Ladies and gents, this improv story is based on the idea stray dog won't leave man alone. Let the story commence. Craig was walking down the street minding his own business. He was going about his old neighbourhood, place where he grew up, and he was reminiscing about some of the things that happened back then that you don't seem to get these days. White dog shite, remember that? Grifter bikes. Stray dogs. You remember that when he was eating something, you see a stray dog? A dog just sort of like that just went about, that didn't really belong to anybody. Don't get that anymore. And just as he was walking down this street that he used to live on, like 40 years ago, there was a dog. No collar, just sort of kicking about by itself. And Craig thought, that's funny. That's like a stray dog, and I was just thinking that. The dog came up to him and he went, hello? Hello? But the dog went like that. Craig went like, yeah, it's okay. They're there. And he started walking away. He looked at some windows to see if somebody could see. There was a wee boy at the window like that. You're gonna die. He's like... Craig walked away. He turned the corner. He looked back. That was mad. Looking at the corner. Just as he was looking at the corner, the dog came walking round that corner. It was following him. Might have just been gone this way though. Craig kept walking and he turned another corner. And he looked back to the corner that he just turned as he walked further. The dog went like this. Craig thought, that's mad. The dog's almost... Dogs don't do that. Dogs don't do that. They don't go like that. Craig would just come right up to you. He started to run. He just started running. The dog just belted it right round the corner. Started chasing him like this. Craig turned around and booted the dog right in the face. Do you think that's cruel? Wait until I finish the story. When he booted the dog right in the face, the dog's face came off. But wait. It was actually a dog costume. You know the bit where the dog was like that? Then that. And he thought, dogs don't do that. It's because it wasn't a dog. It was a guy. Guy, probably the height, about 5'9", 5'8", 5'9". It's a Great Dane. It was a big dog. Craig's eyesight was fucked. Not because he had bad eyesight, but the tears. That's why he couldn't quite see. He couldn't quite make out if it was a real dog or no, because he had tears in his eyes when he was walking down his street like that. You know, like that. Oh, I remember all my memories. I remember here. White dog shite and all that. So he couldn't quite see. He could never really quite see. It was just a guy in a dog costume. That's all it was. And Craig felt terrible. The guy, Craig unzipped the whole costume, the dog costume, and said to the guy, what's this all about? What were you doing? What were you doing dressed up as a dog? What is it? Is it one of the furry sort of things? Furries and that? The guy said, listen, I lead a simple life. Simple, council estate here that you grew up in. I don't know about furries and things like that. I don't know about all this. Just a what you see is what you get type of guy. And Craig went, right, so what's this though? And the guy said, I was doing it to cheer up my wedding. My wedding in the window, I believe you saw. Oh, your wedding said you're gonna die? No, I didn't. You didn't hear him properly. I got this costume because my Wayne wanted a dog for Christmas. And I know that we could never afford a dog. So I got a costume and I just made sure I walked past outside far away enough that you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. The wee boy in the window was about 5. He doesn't know what the difference between a real dog and a costume, guy in a costume. The wee boy said, you're going to die. No, I don't think he did. My boy wouldn't do that. Well, let's go round and ask him. So Craig took the guy round with the dog costume. The guy said, let me get the whole thing back on. So he got everything back on, got down on all fours. And they got to the street. And the guy went like that, Jamie! And Craig went, no, for fuck's sake, dogs don't. So, he's like, oh fuck, that's right. Sorry, he didn't say it, I'll shout it. What'd you say his name was? Jamie! Jamie! Shouted Craig. Jamie! No, it's not Jamie Kennedy. The wee boy came to the window and Craig went like that. And the wee guy pulled the window up and he went, what did you shout at me, wee man? I'm sorry, mister, I'm sorry. No, it's fine, just what did you shout? I said, you're gonna die. See, I told you, said Craig to this Jamie's fucking da in the dog costume. And he just heard them going like that. Fucking shh, don't talk to dogs like that. You actually did talk to dogs. Why did you say that to me? And the wee boy went, no, you. My da. In the dog costume. Really clever wee 5-year-old. And the dad went like, what? And took the heat off. And went, you knew this was me the whole time? And the wee boy said, Jamie said, aye, I just didn't want to hurt you. I know that you wanted to make me happy for Christmas. I didn't want to hurt you. Oh, that is really... He's greeting his eyes out. But then the dad... And Craig said, what's your name, by the way, mate? John. John said to Jamie, why did you say I was going to die? He's going to kill you. What made you think that? Because you're going about dressed as that, you'll get into trouble. John went like that. What on about? And Craig went like that. And when they shook their head at him like that, at Jamie like that, wee Jamie started getting upset. He felt embarrassed and he just felt stupid. So John turned to Craig and went like that. Just there. And Craig said, but you'll miss out on everything, your son growing up and all that. He went, if the last thing I can see is my wee boy with a smile on his face, that's all I need. So Craig went like that, pulled out Allen keys that he had for his bike because he was cycling. Had Allen keys just to fix the brakes, sometimes tighten them up. And he went like that. Right, hold on. Put his hand on John's forehead. Pulled it back a bit. And went like that to wee Jamie. Right, you ready? Aye. No, wait a minute. And he went away. But 2 minutes later he came back with a wee glass diluting juice. Right. John pulled his head back. Craig pulled John's head back like that and went like that with an Allen key. Right for the jugular. He went like that to John. What side's the jugular? Is it that side? Or where is it you had the pulse? John said, don't tell me how you're going to date for fuck's sake. You make me tense. And Craig went, right into there. Blood everywhere. And Craig waited about, like, for Jamie to watch. Is that you? You happy now? Craig started to go away and Jamie went, no, wait. Wait until he's definitely dead. Because he was still moving a wee bit on the ground. But somebody came to the window, another window. The room that the Jamie was in, but the next one, like, that was his room, and it was like the mum and dad's room, like John and his wife, whoever that was. And she looked at it and she went, ah! And Craig ran like fuck. Left his bike and everything. But he was caught pretty quickly. Witnesses, people saw there was a guy going about that wasn't fae there. Thing is, Craig was fae there originally, but hadn't been there for about 30 years. He got caught, he got done for murder. 15 years minimum. Defence tried to get him off with diminished responsibility. Didn't work. Tried the whole, well, I mean, he's obviously got to be, you know, insane in some sort of way to do something like that. And the judge went, you're right. You're right, but I mean, if I did that with everybody, every cunt that came through these doors could say that, do you know what I mean? You've got to be insane to have fucking killed like 10 fucking people. You've got to be also, therefore, you know what I mean? At some point we've got to go like, no, come on, time to take responsibility here. Do you know what I mean? Do you understand where I'm coming from? Craig went, aye. The judge says, in fact, do you know what I'm going to do? Because I don't want to get the blame here. I'm going to get the blame for the kind of the Guardian or something that's going to like pin it on me and like, no understand. I'm going to leave it up to you to decide what do you want. And Craig went, I think you're right. In fact, can you give me a full life tariff? And the judge went, yeah. Full life tariff, everybody, in for life, no chance of parole. But then, many years later, Craig didn't know when, he was to stop counting the years. A man came to visit him. A man. Visitor for you. 24601. Visitor. For me? And it was a guy, and the guy said, didn't recognise him. Craig said, hello? And the guy said, do you remember why you're in here? And there was a wee boy that you did it for. Oh, aye. Jamie. And he went, And Craig went, I'm sorry. And Jamie went, just want to shake your hand. Let you know it's alright. Shoot. The guard went like, ho, none of that. Listen, this guy killed my fucking dad. And I'm just shaking his hand. Right, to let him know I forgive him. And that was that. And Craig went away. And Jamie went away. And it was like that. They were kind of pulled away like that. Craig went back to his cell. And there, in his horn, was a packet of heroin. And Craig went, yay! The end. That's a true story, by the way. That's a true story. How do I know? See the ma, Jamie's ma. I got talking to her once at this. It was like a kind of wedding reception, but I wasn't at that wedding reception. It went back to this hotel, sort of pub hotel, and I happened to just be in there at the pub bit, and she came through pure like that, and I was like, you alright? Didn't know her, and she told us the whole thing. That was it. McBain, thanks for the sub. Neil Moore, thanks for the sub there. You're welcome. Free source of pure water. Sten Bones and Archie, McTaylor, Tato, KTP, Spunky, Vic Vinegar, thanks for the subs. Bantering fucking memes.